This is the Tennis Podcast. My name is Nick, and if you're listening to us right now, I want to thank you for doing that.
Thank you for having ears.
Thank you for having ears. What's your name over there on the other end of the phone?
My name over here is Brandon. I'm the one, 50-50 equal co-host.
The listeners would disagree, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. But this is the podcast where myself and Brandon come and we talk about top 10 lists. Every week, one of us comes prepared with a top 10 list on a topic, and the other person doesn't know what that list is and tries to guess it. It's kind of like trivia or a quiz. It's a lot of fun.
Kind of like Trivial Pursuit. Like we are in the pursuit of knowledge and the pursuit of fun and friendship.
Not all pursuits can be achieved. There's not always a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow, and on the pursuit of friendship and whatever else you said, that might be a fruitless journey, my friend.
Nailed it.
I just called you my friend. Did you see the irony? Okay, so this is the Tennis Podcast. Again, I'm Nick. He's Brandon. And today we're going to be talking about a top 10 list that I'm very excited. I brought the list today. But before we dive into the top 10 list, yes, I said before.
Okay.
We did not do this last week, so we're going to open the show with this, and that's reviews from iTunes. I got two really good ones to read today.
Let's hear them.
We are reading reviews that have been submitted by real-life listeners. They're not inflatable. They're not paid. These are people that wanted to review us on iTunes, also known as Apple Podcasts on your iPhone. And if you review us there, we'll read your review eventually on this show. And the first one today comes from Jay Here.
Mm-hmm.
This person says, great podcast, good chemistry. Quote, Brandon's ranking of Rogue One showcases why he is merely a sidekick host. Hashtag hotdog Brandon.
Okay. Hey.
I agree with this person on a lot of fronts on the hashtag hotdog Brandon.
I agree to disagree.
If you're new to the show, Brandon disgustingly, like a squirrel protecting a nut from other squirrels in a corner, he consumed a big greasy hot dog in a crowded Atlanta airport. And so we'd like to remind him of that with the hashtag hotdog Brandon.
Can I?
Nope, I'm not giving you a chance here.
Wait.
No.
Another animal example. You know when a snake unhinges its jaw to eat like a an egg?
No, I've never seen that. Don't know any. I have no context for that.
Well, trust me. It happens. Snakes' jaws come right apart and they wrap around something that's way bigger than their body. When they swallow it, you can see the egg shape inside them. Or if like a big snake eats a person, you see a person shape inside them. That is how I saw you eat that hot dog. Your teeth never touched it. You opened your mouth wide enough and just whoop, slipped the whole thing in. I mean, it was kind of lewd to watch too.
Buy your hashtag hotdog Brandon shirt at tennispod.com/merch. But we are going to move on. Brandon ranked Star Wars Rogue One incredibly unfairly low in his personal rankings last week. So yeah, Rogue One's my number one.
I could be wrong.
Nah, maybe number two. Okay, anyway. The other review I wanted to read, this one comes from Wisco Kayla.
Okay.
They said, quote, just here to support an amazing podcast, smiley face, end quote.
Short and sweet.
Did that give you a special feeling inside? I'm not talking about the hot dog now. I'm talking about this review I just read. How did it make you feel?
Well, I was burping when it happened.
No, again, we're not talking about the hot dog.
No, I was just now like a silent one that exited hotly through my nose. So I guess the way I felt about it was...
Holy God.
I felt hot-nosed and good.
I don't know what to say to that.
I couldn't be more clear about how I feel.
We're going to take a sharp pivot. We're just going to pivot on over to the top 10 list of the week.
Yep.
We're going back to Google searches this week.
Okay.
And so Google releases this information every year. They do a trending report for the top Google searches of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We covered most Googled people of 2018 back in episode 23. This week I went back to the same source, trends.google.com, and I looked at their 2018 trends, and I found the top 10 most popular / most common / most frequent how-to Google searches.
Oh, good.
So basically, anytime someone types in Google, how to ... it could be tying your shoe. How to tie your shoe.
How to change a tire.
how to house train my dog. All those how-tos are captured here, and we're going to go through the top 10 from 2018.
Okay.
I wanted to do this global, but Google only had United States data available. However,
I was going to say, if you do it globally, you might find stuff like how to dig a hole to shit in.
Those people don't have Google, Brandon. They're still using Bing or Jeeves.
Can you imagine they aren't sure how to dig the hole to shit in, but they're looking it up on their smartphone?
Some of these are not too far off. So despite this being a US only list, most of the searches on here are going to be recognizable by anyone in the world.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like super US specific on here.
Very common to the human experience.
Yeah, there are one or two that are US only, but people will still relate. So again, trends.google.com, top searches in 2018 that start with the words how to.
How to. Okay.
And before we get to the top 10, tell me, what do you think are pretty safe bets to not be in the top 10?
How to establish a back channel communications with Russia.
Are you talking about the White House's Google search history?
Yeah, honestly, it honestly wouldn't fucking surprise me. Can you imagine? It wouldn't surprise me if years down the road we find out that a bunch of the Google searches that came from White House aides and staff were like, how prevent obstruction of justice.
How to prevent obstruction of justice, yeah.
Oh, I have to, yeah, how to.
No, it would not surprise me.
I bet how to,
Do you think how to watch TV is in the top 10?
How to have a baby.
How to pick up a telephone.
how to perform a Google search.
How to marry a pickle.
That one girl from Maury, that would be your worst fucking nightmare.
You know, Brandon is a pro on Star Wars knowledge and on hot dog knowledge and on Indiana Jones and Roger Rabbit. He's also a pro on fucking Maury. I hear this guy talk about Maury quite a bit.
Never was there a better bad show. There's only two reasons to watch something, and it's because it's either really good or it's really bad. And Maury is somehow a mix of both. And it has been the exact same shit show since it started. Although they do focus more now on paternity tests and lie detector tests. And every episode is almost the same now when they do those, and I still don't get tired of it.
You know, Maury is like 85 or something.
He looks good. I think it's because he only works like an hour and a half a day, and then he truly doesn't give a shit about any of the problems anybody is having. He thinks it's all really amusing, and then he goes and plays golf. I think he plays a ton of golf and gets sun and
and listens to the Tennis podcast while he's doing it.
Maury, you're living the life, man.
Listener of the show, Maury.
We should all be so lucky.
Okay, other probably not in the top 10 how-to searches. How to fry a dumpster lid.
How to scratch your ass.
How to chew a keyboard.
How to breathe.
Last thing, and then we'll get to the list, is the top 10 in Canada. I wasn't able to get global, but I did find the top 10 how searches. Not how to, but how searches in Canada.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to go through the entire 10, but 4 out of the top 10 are how old is someone. How old is Prince Harry? It's number 1, and there's 3 others in there. So Canada, you need to brush up on your age of everyone knowledge. Stop Google searching it.
Why are they so ageist? Why does it matter how old Prince Harry is?
He's not even Canadian, but the Canadians are obsessed with the Brits.
I want to guess. Well, do you know how old Prince Harry is?
I don't have a fucking clue. I don't even know which one that is. I am so out of the loop on
let's get. I'll give you a little hint as to which one he is. Let's both make a guess, and then we'll look it up and see who's right. Harry is the younger brother of those 2 princes. William is his older brother that...
34.
You think he's 34? I think... God damn, I think you're probably right. Because I think William...
No, you got to give a different number.
I know, but I think William is my age. And I swear his young...
There's no way William's in his 60s already.
I'm going to guess 33. And let's say if it's 34 or over, you got it. If it's 33 or all of the numbers under, I got it.
Okay, and the loser has to...
eat shit. Well, we don't want to eat shit. Let me see. Prince.
Speak for yourself.
Prince Harry. He is...
34.
Did you look it up first?
No.
Son of a bitch. He's 34.
Is it 34? Yeah. Holy shit. You know, just like I nailed the Star Wars guessing last week, maybe I have a third eye for guessing. Maybe I'm like the Raven, the three-eyed Raven of podcasting.
Well, you're just as charismatic.
Why don't we get to the guessing?
Hell yeah.
Top 10 how-to Google searches in 2018 in the United States. Give me a guess.
How to boil an egg.
No.
Fuck. How to bake chicken.
No. I'm going to tell you that most of these, about half of these are timely.
Oh, timely as far as events that happened in 2018 or timely as in seasonal?
The former.
Really? Okay, so I got to think back to what was going on in 2018. How to register to vote?
How to register to vote is on here.
What number is that?
Number 2.
Holy shit, yeah. If you lived under a rock or you're a doy, we had a
doy. Did you just transform into a jock for like 10 seconds?
My 6-year-old and I have been using the term doy a lot lately, and I think I'm actually in trouble for it.
Do you know if your 6-year-old son is available to sidekick host a podcast with me? Because current arrangement's not working.
We should try that sometime. He would be...
That actually sounds miserable. Let's not do that. How to register to vote was the second most how-to Google search in 2018 in the United States. It peaked in September 2018, believe it or not.
God damn, that is really encouraging.
Yeah, people got an early start. It peaked in 2018 with steady popularity through November. And then outside of those 3 months, it was very low. Makes sense.
That's really cool. I think a lot of that, I don't know, I mean, for better or for worse, I think a lot of that probably has to do with Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande. Didn't they both, I seem to remember that leading up to the midterms, they both came out encouraging young people to vote. I wonder if because, most of their fans are young and would probably wonder, I have not yet, I'm 19 years old, I've not registered to vote. Ariana Grande says it's important. So,
can you sing for us like Ariana Grande for a minute?
The only song of hers I know, like, I can, like, hear in my head is Thank You Next.
Let's hear it.
Well, the only part I know is where she says, like, thank you next.
Let's hear it.
I can't sing it. I don't remember the tune.
I'm willing to do anything for our listeners, and you're not. And it's pathetic.
If I knew the tune, I would do it. I can't.
All right. I'm going to move us on because this is not working out. How to register to vote peaked in September 2018. And for each of these Google searches, I also have the states that they were most popular in for the searches.
Wait, what are they?
Idaho.
Okay.
Texas. And you're never going to get this one.
Wyoming.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Did you transport your eyeballs to my computer screen and look at that?
I'm a fucking sorcerer.
How'd you guess that, though?
I don't know. When you made it sound like it was a state that, like, wouldn't have any interest, or, I don't know, I just immediately thought to, like, a random, sparsely populated state.
Wyoming is, if it's, like, within the bottom 3 on the most populous states in the country. There's so many people searching for this in that state where there's, like, less people in that entire state as there is in, like, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's
Metro.
Really interesting. I know it may not be interesting to others or people who aren't into politics, but if you told me that and I wasn't in the middle of doing this, I would probably go look up and see, like, what the midterm elections were in Wyoming.
I'm going to see if these are blue or red states. Idaho is red. Texas is red.
Yeah.
Wyoming is red. Yep. All 3 are red. Which just proves that all the Republicans are doy-doys.
Or that, that they were getting the vote out. I guess, yeah.
It's actually interesting. I'm looking at a map now, and there's a lot more red than blue. It's just the blue are like the bigger city states.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about...
I don't.
You want to get into politics,
I don't.
We can really ruin people's day.
Let's not do that. Give me another guess.
Oh, we had the eclipse. Was the eclipse last year?
No. Think about technology that is used in everyday life.
How to update iPhone?
No, but you're on the right track.
How to reboot iPhone XS? Because I have had to Google that 5 fucking times.
No, but so did I.
To do a hard reboot of an iPhone XS, you have to know like a fucking secret code.
I know, it is ridiculous. Because they changed it for no reason. The old way would still work, like the buttons are still there, and they just chose to change it.
Don't get me started on the goddamn headphone jack.
Okay. Note to self.
You know, I'm actually on my second inflatable family because the first time I went off about the headphone jack, I popped them.
Holy shit, you murdered your inflatable kids.
The baby went around the room.
No. Are you still on the hot dog thing from the beginning? We're not talking about you eating hot dogs.
No. Okay, so let's see. It's got to be something with technology. How to get a new iPhone?
No. The word iPhone is not in the search.
Oh.
So if you are an old person, or a doy, or a Republican,
or me,
or Sidekick host, and you're trying to figure out how to capture something as it's happening on your phone.
How to screenshot.
How to screen record is the number 9 Google search.
Isn't it like when I open up that shortcut menu?
It's an app, yeah. On the new iOS it is, yeah.
Yeah. Is that for people who are like, yeah, send me your boobies on Snapchat, and then they go on there and record the boobies so they can look at them later?
I guess you could do that. But I think it's also for people that are like making instructional videos on the iPhone or something.
That's probably more popular.
Well, that's probably what it's intended for, but what you said is probably the reality. So this is referring to mobile screen recording, primarily on Apple devices. Steady and consistent search popularity all year long, no surprise. Although it did peak in January. Most popular in 3 completely different states than the last 3 states. This search phrase is most popular in 2018 in Hawaii,
California,
Louisiana, Mississippi. The doy states. I gotta stop saying doy. You got me saying it now.
I mean, Louisiana and Mississippi are both ranked pretty low in education.
Yeah, and so is fucking Oklahoma, where we live. So,
how do you screen record anyway?
There's an app.
That was my joke.
Okay. So when's the last time you screen recorded something, Brandon? Was it the boobies on Snapchat?
No, when I got a new iPhone, I saw that it did screen recording, and I think I tried it one time just to see what it was like, and then realized like, oh, I'll never use that. So I don't know. A few months ago, I tried it. I tried it like it was something fucking wild. The same way it's like, hey, have you ever smoked from a hookah? Yeah, I screen recorded one time. It was nuts.
I'm gonna make a confession here.
Okay.
I've never screen recorded on my phone.
Well, I only did one time, so our difference is only 1.
Yeah, you lost your screen recording virginity.
And I look like a fool for it.
If I was getting married to a phone and the vows were about screen recording, I could still wear a white dress.
Gross.
Okay. That's number 9. And you got number 2, which was how to register to vote. What else do you have here?
There are still several more options that are timely as far as the year 2018.
Yes.
Okay.
What are people searching in order to understand their technology?
Well, I said how to update.
Okay, that's close. That's very close.
How to install, how to reset, how to
turn off automatic updates is number 5.
Really?
And this is timely because Windows 10, this is about Windows 10 mostly.
Oh, yeah.
In February 2018, they had a quote-unquote controversial update, according to Wikipedia.
It's like every time that Facebook or Twitter update their UI, which Twitter, I think, just rolled a new one out. And there's like some small differences, and people lose their fucking mind. Like, they get mad. Like, how the fuck do I get to my newsfeed now? Where's my recipes?
Well, just wait till we get to another entry on this list. You're going to be shocked by a stat I have regarding people being mad. But for this one, I like how Wikipedia calls it a controversial update, as if the update is like Windows forcing like a huge pair of balls on your screen that you can't get rid of or something. Or a swastika as your screensaver. Real controversial.
They're forcing a YouTube album onto your iPhone. Did I say YouTube or U2? I meant U2.
Yeah. Which phone did that?
I don't know. It was like iPhone 4, iPhone 5. It was a while back.
What a crock of shit.
And people got their panties in an uproar about it. I guess the problem was that it was difficult. It was not immediately like obvious how to remove the album if you wanted to like save space, or if Bono had like fucked your mom and you couldn't like listen to U2 anymore.
Yeah, but luckily my mom's inflatable, so. Number 5, how to turn off automatic updates, mostly referring to the Windows 10 operating system. Huge peak in February 2018. Most popular in Alaska and Wyoming again, and Louisiana again. These people just can't figure it out.
Are the common searches, do they all have the same common misspellings?
If you live in Wyoming, just unsubscribe from our show.
Well, except for Maury.
Is he in Wyoming? Oh, he's golfing there, right?
No, I actually think he probably either lives in Chicago or New York. Jerry Springer, Oprah, and I'm pretty sure like Maury all record in Chicago. And I have to guess that part of that is because it is a hub and they're constantly flying in people from bumfuck nowhere. So they're like, we got to post up near a hub or we're going to be paying double in airfare to get these doy-doys up here for their free hotel stay and paternity test.
I'm banning the phrase doy-doy. We got to stop.
Am I on notice for doy-doy?
Me too. If Brandon, if God came up to you and said,
the Lord?
First of all, I'm real.
You're going to have to fucking scrape me up first.
Secondly, will you tell him I'm sorry about the flood? And third, Brandon, you can have your exact same salary, your exact same benefits from your job now.
Uh-huh.
But you get to host your own version of the Maury Show. Like, it's Maury Show, but you.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yes.
You're not a millionaire or anything. You're still making the same money.
Yes.
But you would get frustrated after a while with all the doy-doys.
No, I wouldn't, because it's a max filming time of an hour and a half.
Yeah, but there's rehearsals and shit. You're not coming in Maury. You're coming in at the bottom. You're bottom totem pole. You don't get to call shots and boss people around quite yet. So I'm sure there's rehearsals and...
This is a fantasy where I still don't have, like, any sort of agency over my life.
Hey, the best fantasies are like that.
Are fucking restricted.
You're just working around.
The best fantasies lay out some very strict rules and ceilings.
But I'm thinking, Maury, you're hosting the show. It's great at first, but after a few months...
No, I would have so much fun with it. Like,
do you remember the episode where...
Do it. Talk about it.
I don't even watch Maury, but I've seen a few clips, mostly from you.
Uh-huh.
And there's one where the girlfriend goes on Maury's show, and what she's there about is to complain about her boyfriend's stanky ass.
Uh-huh. Wash your ass. Wash your ass.
Yeah, that's a quote, people. This lady got up and started clapping like she was at a religious experience.
Wash your ass. Clapping the punctuation.
It showed the boyfriend on camera, like those cuts they do on video, him being like, I don't need to wash my ass.
Just shaking his head really solemnly, like, my ass is just fine.
When I watch that, I'm like, is this real life?
He's like, my ass wouldn't be so dirty if you weren't riding it all the time.
One, just break up with the motherfucker.
I would have so much fun with these guys.
Two, don't go on Maury. Your ass stinks. I'm going to call fucking Maury. And I'm surprised the boyfriend agreed to be interviewed. I mean, are these staged like Jerry Springer?
Yeah, they're produced. I wouldn't say that they are scripted, but they are definitely produced. Like, they get a little kernel of a story. You know, she's probably like, I think my boyfriend might not be the father of my child, or I think my boyfriend might be cheating on me. They're like, well, what else? And like, he's ass stinks sometimes. And they're like, oh, he's got a stinky ass. That's what we're going with. He's got a stinky ass. And they're like, when you get out there, I want you to really talk about how stanky his ass is, how it makes you feel, what you want the outcome of today is, what he needs to do with his stanky ass to make you happy. And you need to express that when you get out there. And when you do it, you need to be emphatic. And she's like, can I clap?
And they're like, oh, hell yeah, you can clap.
Fuck yes.
The more you can't clap enough, lady. Imagine you're getting paid $1 million with every clap. After we record this, I'm going to go find that clip and I'm going to post it so all of our followers can witness this because it is life-changing. I'm going to be Maury giffing it up over the next week.
Well, there's also this lady who's been on there 5 or 6 times. And every time she brings another guy on and she's like, this is the guy who's the father of this kid. It's all the same kid. Yeah, every time she runs over to the screen, there's a picture. They do a side-by-side on this TV screen. On one side, there's a picture of the guy that she brought in. And the other side, there's a live picture of the baby. And they always go over to the screen and she's like, look at this. Look, he's got the same eyes, got the same nose. That's the same guy. They always like point out the feature. And the producers tell them, because they always do this. The producers are like, okay, at some point you need to go over to the screen and point out the features on the baby and the features on this adult man that you think are similar, and that is your concrete evidence that this man is the father. And like the 5 or 6 times that she's done it, that man has not been the father. And every time she has like had a fucking breakdown, she starts crying and she runs backstage. And Maury tells her that they'll have her on again as many times as it takes.
Of course he will. It's like, you said she cries when she finds out that they're not the father.
Yeah.
That's what your kids do when they find out you are the father. They start crying.
Maury has to go tell them, like, we'll keep trying. I'll do what I can.
You got number 5, turn off automatic updates. What else?
Okay. Is there any more technology?
Yes.
Related to phones?
Yes.
People are so stupid with their phones.
It's funny that like half of this list is just phone shit. It kind of just illustrates how much we depend on our phones for everything.
How to block a number.
No. This isn't 1992.
Well, we get all those, robocalls now.
Robocalls. Imagine a new action thriller called Robocalls instead of RoboCop.
Fucking angry-ass robots, but before they attack you, they call you.
And they try to pitch you like a new insurance or something.
You have qualified for a lower rate on your credit card.
Next time I have a list, I'm going to do top 10 highest grossing RoboCop films.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of how to... I don't know. I'm going to need some kind of hint because...
Windows 10 had that big update that pissed everyone off.
Yeah.
Another technology, not Windows 10, had an update in February 2018 that led to such an uproar that it led to 1.25 million signatures on a change.org petition.
Yeah, how'd that fucking work out for you guys?
It worked.
It did?
Yes.
Well, mostly when people do change.org shit, I'm like, okay, well, the person who sees that you all wanted this is going to say, well, fuck you, I'll do what I want.
Imagine telling someone this in 2000 or something. You are going to have a free app on your phone, and when they make an update that they think is in the best interest of their users, whether it is or not is another thing. It's not like they're updating it to intentionally make it worse. And you are so angry that you're going to start a petition to get it reversed. And
I need this corrected now.
It did work this time. Do you know what I'm talking about, or do I need more hints?
I'm looking at my apps to see if maybe it's one of the ones
You mentioned this app on this episode earlier when you're talking about screen recording.
Oh, Snapchat? Snapchat had a update?
The Google search that is number 6 on this list is, quote, how to get the old Snapchat back.
God bless. What the fucking first worldist. I mean, these are the top searches for how to do something, and it's not how to plant a garden or like how to raise a happy child.
No, other than the voting, they're all dumb.
It's like, how do I get the old version of this stupid bullshit back?
Yeah, I'm looking through now, and literally other than how to vote, every other thing on here is a first world problem sort of thing. Oh, what's crazy is this was February 2018. The Google searches went through the roof for this in February 2018, and by March they had almost disappeared. That 1 month of uproar was enough to get this on the number 6 spot for the entire year.
I honestly thought within the last year that like pretty much no one was using Snapchat anymore.
First of all, if you don't know what Snapchat is, here's their tagline from their website. Quote, the fastest way to share a moment, other than sharing the moment.
Yeah, other than just being there and looking at the person next to you and going, that was cool, right?
Do you remember Snapchat was huge for a while? I mean, it's still big, I guess, but I don't know many people that use it anymore, whereas there was a time where everyone I knew used it.
It was kind of, it was fun to play with for a while, but...
Snapchat, it's an app on your phone that you open it up and you take a picture or a video of something and you send it to one people or a group of people, or you upload it to your story, which is public. People can watch it or look at it once and then it disappears.
Right.
And as of February 2018, when this uproar happened, there were 187 million daily active users on Snapchat.
God damn. That's like half of the people in America.
Yeah. And that's active. It's not even people that have it on their phone and don't use it all the time, daily. The new Snapchat update clearly separates your friend content from celebrity and media brand content. Meanwhile, it moves stories to the interface that holds your most snapped friends. By May 2018, 3 months later, Snapchat put forth another update that pushed stories from friends back to the right of the screen where it had been before. And that's after 1.25 million signatures on a fucking change.org petition. You know, the same place where we can't get that many signatures to things that really matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, this really peaked in February, a little bit into March, and then kind of died off. Most popular searched in North Dakota, Rhode Island, and Alabama. Have you noticed that in all the states so far, I don't think I've said like one major metropolitan.
And none of it makes any sense.
Yeah, it's all kind of random, but I just thought it was interesting. You got number 6, how to get the old Snapchat back. Give me some more guesses.
Is there anything about Bluetooth?
No. Are you thinking about headphones, earphones?
Just thinking like I've had to look stuff up about Bluetooth a few times trying to figure out how to get Bluetooth. There's like it just constantly confuses me.
Well, this is a good transition because this is the time where we make a breaking announcement that we are transitioning from a top 10 comedy podcast to a podcast about using Bluetooth. Brandon, tell them more.
I try to use Bluetooth sometimes, and I have trouble. Okay, so no Bluetooth.
So let me give you a hint.
Okay.
2 different searches are related to people wanting to take shortcuts to success.
How to make money online.
No.
How to be a cam girl.
Number 1, how to be a cam girl.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. I mean, yes, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Give me one more guess and then I'll give you another hint.
This is a shortcut of some kind.
Think about someone who doesn't want to do any work, but they still want to win a lot of money.
How to win the lottery?
How to play Powerball.
Oh my God. I'm so, like, that makes me feel the opposite of how to register to vote.
How to play Powerball is number 7. And look, I'm not faulting anyone who plays Powerball.
I'm not either, but
yeah, you're welcome to play Powerball. We're just surprised it's in the top 10 for all of 2018. That's all.
Well, I also don't know how do you not know how to fucking play it? You just go say like, hello, I have money. I would like Powerball tickets.
Well, I don't know how to play it. I've never done it.
That's literally all you say, and they will hand you.
Well, guess what? Just stop, because I'm going to tell you how to play Powerball.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell the listeners how to play. So if you win millions of dollars after hearing this, you owe us a chunk. Powerball was first launched in the United States in 1992. It is an American lottery game offered by 44 states, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. So we need to remember, we do have international listeners on the show. Some of them probably don't even know what Powerball is. It's a form of lottery game.
Yeah.
If you play this game, there's a drawing of balls which have numbers on them. And Brandon, I know you love to draw balls too.
Yep.
You have a 1 in 292 million chance of winning every day that you play. Each time you play, costs $2 or $3 with the Power Play option.
Right.
That's how you play Powerball. So you don't need to Google search that anymore. The largest Powerball lottery jackpot winners in history was split between 3 tickets. 3 tickets total made up $1.6 billion. Can you believe that? So if you played Powerball and you didn't shit all over everyone that's ever played Powerball like you just did, then you could have won.
I've played Powerball.
You could have won a third of $1.6 billion.
I'm shitting on the people who want to play Powerball, but don't have the mind to just go up to where they sell the Powerball tickets and say, I would like to purchase Powerball tickets.
Brandon, some people just need the comfort of Google holding their hand, caressing their body, and letting them know it's okay. I got you. Here's the steps to understanding Powerball. Google is the mother of all of us. And Powerball, how to play Powerball, Google search in 2018. It was most popular in Louisiana, South Carolina, and then Delaware. Now, is it just me? And no offense to all the Delaware listeners, but if you do live in Delaware, just go ahead and unsubscribe from our show. But is Delaware one of those states that like you never ever think about until someone brings it up, which is no one?
Yeah, don't you remember there's that gag in Wayne's World where they were using a green screen to travel around the world, and then the last one they landed on was Delaware, and they just go, I mean, Delaware. Yeah.
I'm sure people in Delaware think that about Oklahoma, so.
Yeah, but at least Oklahoma, like, I don't know, cowboys and Indians and barbecue and
racism and guns and
poor education funding and stuff like that. Delaware, I'm like, Chesapeake Bay.
Dover. Anyway, enough shitting on Delaware. You have number 2, 5, 6, 7, and
9.
And 9, yeah. So there's something else very related to Powerball on here. What else comes to mind?
How to play Mega Millions.
How to play Mega Millions, number 3.
Whoa, they must have had a bigger jackpot.
Is Mega Millions more clear to play than Powerball? I've never played.
My guess is that Mega Millions is in more states and probably had a higher jackpot last year.
Mega Millions began in 1996, and like Powerball, it is a multi-state lottery in the United States. They can be purchased in all but 6 states, so that's about the same as Powerball. Each Mega Millions jackpot starts at $40 million and increases by $5 million for every drawing that does not result in a winner. So to play Mega Millions lottery, you must pick 5 numbers between 1 and 70, and 1 additional number between 1 and 25. The additional number is known as the Mega Ball. A basic Mega Millions ticket costs $2, although most states offer a Megaplier option. If you have the winning numbers, you win a minimum of $40 million.
Right. I think they must have had a huge jackpot last year, too.
There was a huge peak in October 2018 in search. Is every state have their own Mega Millions, or is it like a national drawing?
No, it's national.
But Oklahoma's making money off tickets.
I don't know. The money was supposed to go to education, but that shit hasn't worked out.
Well, this is a great transition because after we became a Bluetooth podcast, we changed to become Explaining Boring Shit That You Don't Care About podcast. And this is the first episode. And this is the time now where we're all together, listeners and hosts, take a nap. Stay on the line here. We'll be back in 30 minutes.
I really don't have an extra 30 minutes.
Okay, all you're missing now is 1, 4, 8, and 10.
Is anything how to cancel a subscription?
No.
Okay.
But wouldn't you think that shit like that would be above how to screen record or how to win Powerball or how to play Powerball?
It takes you longer to type up how to do something on your phone than sometimes it just does to, like, I don't know, tap settings and scroll through until you see the one that says sounds or whatever you're looking for.
Brandon, if someone saw your Google search history, would it like drive them to kill themselves or to run?
Mm-hmm.
You're a fucking disgusting, disgusting animal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, time for another hint for your next guess. Your next hint is a Google search related to a popular internet fad right now.
How to meme?
Nope.
Is it how to make a GIF?
Nope. How to buy Bitcoin.
Oh, really? Why would anyone want to buy Bitcoin right now? It's super expensive.
Well, this is in 2018.
Bitcoin is worthless now, right?
I don't really know.
I can't remember. Where was it?
Number 8.
Number 8.
So, according to Wikipedia, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, a form of electronic cash. It is a decentralized digital currency without a central bank or single administrator that can be sent from user to user on the peer-to-peer Bitcoin network without the need for intermediaries. Bitcoin has been criticized for its use in illegal transactions, its high electricity consumption, price volatility, thefts from exchanges, and the possibility that Bitcoin is in an economic bubble. Despite all that, it's still the number enough people searched how to buy it to get it to number 8.
1 Bitcoin currently equals $5,098.22.
So you can convert your Bitcoins into cash, right?
Yeah, I have a friend who got in on Bitcoin years ago and invested, and he's younger than I am, and he is retired.
Wow. He's like a podcast host.
1 Bitcoin is more than $5,000.
This guy that I'm about to tell you about has 1 million Bitcoins. What would that equal?
1 million Bitcoins is $5.1 billion.
Here's some history on Bitcoin that I didn't know before researching this. The domain name bitcoin.org was first registered in August 2008. By October 2008, a link to a paper authored by Satoshi Nakamoto titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, was posted to a cryptography mailing list. Nakamoto implemented the Bitcoin software as open source code and released it in January 2009. His identity remains unknown. Why am I telling you this? Because Nakamoto is estimated to have mined 1 million Bitcoins before disappearing in 2010, and he has not been seen or heard from since.
That is fucking interesting. I just found his wiki page, and there's a whole section on his characteristics and identity. I will definitely be reading about this later. That is really interesting.
Satoshi Nakamoto, I guess, is credited with creating Bitcoin, or at least bringing it to the world. So, how to buy Bitcoin was Google searched most in January 2018, and it dropped by 70% by the end of February. I don't know what was happening in January, February 2018, but maybe the price went way down or something, but people were on the how to buy Bitcoin wagon.
I don't understand why they Googled it. Bitcoin just has a website that tells you that. You literally just type in Bitcoin, click the first result, which is their website.
Tell that to a fucking baby boomer, Brandon.
I don't want to talk to them anymore.
Didn't I tell you that Google is the mother of all of us internet earthlings, and
we're suckling at her information teat?
We're suckling at her teat every day, begging for more, and she's just caressing our heads, letting us know it's going to be okay. And for the baby boomers, they need that comfort. All right, Bitcoin. That's a number 8.
Okay.
You're missing 10, which you will never fucking get in a million years, 4, which you'll never get in a million years, and 1, which you might be able to guess.
Well, give me a hint on 10.
10 is related to a video game.
Ooh.
It's related to little in-game purchase giveaway type thing.
Mm-hmm. Is it Pokemon?
No.
Fortnite?
Fortnite is the game.
Yeah, something. What is it? How to what with Fortnite?
How to get Boogie Down emote.
Motherfucker.
What, you don't, that doesn't qualify to you as a good Google search?
Like,
tell me how this is making you feel.
How to plan meals for the week. How to save money. How to create budget.
Does this make you feel better or worse than it did after you ate the hot dog?
Well, I didn't eat the hot dog, but this makes me really fucking worried.
Boogie Down is an emote. Am I saying that right? Emote?
I guess so.
In Fortnite that is awarded to players who enable two-factor authentication on their Epic account. That's it. You gotta enable two-factor authentication on your account.
Yeah, you enabled two-factor authorization by giving them more of your private information, right? Yeah, and then you got your free little stupid dance.
Huge sudden peak in August 2018. By September, the popularity of this search had already dropped by 75%, and by October, this search was almost non-existent. So in basically like a 6-week period, there was enough Americans Google searching this to put it in the top 10 most Google searches of the entire year.
It's got to be kids, right?
I don't know, teenagers. I know a lot of people that play Fortnite. I played it. It's a fun game, but I can live without a fucking emote about boogieing the hell down.
So I Googled it, and there's a YouTube video. Fortnite Boogie Down emote 1 hour. It's an hour of this guy that looks like a ninja with blue eyes.
We're going to watch it in real time for the entire hour. Here we go. Okay. Well, stick with us. We'll see you in an hour.
I'm already done with this.
Oh, you're done? Okay.
But I mean, the dance, I guess, is fine.
Okay. Well, it was most popular in New Hampshire, Delaware, and Maine. Maine's first entry on this list.
It's got to be kids.
Why does it have to be kids?
Because they're looking for...
Because you think that anyone that would play Fortnite has the mind of a child? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I think it's really popular with kids, isn't it? Because you can play it on... can't you play it cross-platform?
Yeah.
So it makes it easy to play on an iPhone or an iPad too?
Yeah, I have it on the Switch as well. But it's also free, and there's in-app purchases.
Yeah, that's why it's a bunch of kids. So the kids go like,
no, I know lots of adults that play it.
Well, it's just trust me as kids.
All right, that's number 10. And so now all you need is
4 and 1. 4, again, you said I would never get. So let's have a clue. Is it Fortnite?
No, okay, this is kind of in the Bitcoin category.
Oh, it's not Venmo, is it? Or Cash App?
No.
Apple Pay?
No, you're
No, I'm off.
How to buy Ripple.
I don't know what Ripple is.
And the first thing I thought was, are these people that just want to buy a bag of Ripple's chips?
It sounds like kind of ice cream.
Ripple is a real-time gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network created by Ripple Labs Incorporated, a US-based technology company. Released in 2012, Ripple is built upon distribution open source protocol and supports tokens representing fiat currency, cryptocurrency, commodities, or other units of value such as frequent flyer miles or mobile minutes.
What the fuck does that mean?
Ripple purports to enable, quote, secure, instantly, and nearly free global financial transactions of any size with no chargebacks. So I don't know anything about Ripple. When I read that, I think maybe this is a place where you can exchange openly. Hey, I have this many frequent flyer miles. Will you give me money for this? Or can I exchange this for money? Or I have Bitcoin. Can I exchange this for US dollars? That's my take, but I could be way off.
I didn't know either. So I looked it up on Google while you were talking, and then I hit the Ripple's wiki page, and the very last line under history says, a class action lawsuit was filed against Ripple in May 2018, alleging that it led a scheme to raise hundreds of millions of dollars through unregistered sales of its XRP tokens, creating billions of coins out of thin air and then profited by selling them to the public in what is essentially a never-ending initial coin offering.
Holy shit, are they still around?
I don't know. That's the last thing. I mean, they are still around. Like, all their stuff is still live.
They the Google searches peaked in January 2018, so I'm wondering if around that time they like made this more open to the public or something. I don't understand Ripple at all. I don't know anything about it.
You should have seen my face when you were describing it, and I was scrolling through Google looking at the results for what it was. I had a stank face plus confused face, like I haven't felt my face make in a long time.
Well,
whatever, Ripple. I don't get you. So number 1, you think there's a chance I could get it?
Yeah, and I could give you a hint that will give it away immediately, but I'll just wait and see if you get it.
Okay. Is it specific timing to something that happened in 2018?
Yes. And I'll tell you when. It peaked in September 2018 with steady popularity through November. Most popular in Oklahoma. We need the Oklahoma fight song to start playing here. Fucking Oklahoma pride, am I right, Brandon? And Texas and Georgia.
Oh, Texas and Georgia. Is it how to apply for medical marijuana?
No, that would make sense. This is kind of cheap because it's very similar to another search already on this list. Number 2 was what?
How to register to vote.
It's a variation of that.
How to vote?
How to vote. Number 1, how to vote. Number 2, how to register to vote. So we had a lot of people voting. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Except it's all red states again.
God bless.
The top 3 are all 3 red states because the Republicans can't figure it out.
It's disturbing.
Yeah, how's that rub you? How to vote. Do you know how to vote, Brandon?
Yeah, you just drive down to the place with a big-ass sign out front that says, vote here. You stand in a line. They say, what's your name? You tell them your name. You sign on a line. And then you go and,
You're being misleading because you have to go to a specific polling location. You can't just go to any poll location.
Right. Well, if you're registered to vote, it says on your little card.
Well, that's why the number 2 search is how to register to vote.
I mean, I guess I'm glad they're interested, but, I mean, do we not cover this in high school civics?
Do you think people are listening to anything their high school civics teacher says?
I did. Thank you, Mr. Nance.
Did Mr. Nance also let you jump out a fucking window in the middle of the school day to go buy tickets to whatever the fuck you wanted?
No, he wouldn't have stood for that.
Who was that let you do that for Star Wars?
That was Mrs. Clark, my trigonometry teacher.
Mrs. Clark. You know, you might like her for that, but I like her because one hell of an ass. Am I right?
Good God.
Okay, let's go back through the top 10. This is the top 10 how-to Google searches in the year 2018 in the United States. Number 10, how to get boogie down emote. Notice there's no the there. How to get the boogie down emote. We don't have time for that kind of shit. How to get boogie down emote.
We need it.
10, how to get boogie down emote. Number 9, how to screen record. Number 8, how to buy Bitcoin. Number 7, how to play Powerball. Number 6, how to get the old Snapchat back. I'll tell you how. Just sign a petition with 100 million other people. Number 5, how to turn off automatic updates. Number 4, how to buy Ripple. Number 3, how to play Mega Millions. Number 2, how to register to vote. Number 1, how to vote. We did it.
This paints a very strange picture of America at this time.
This paints a picture of America that wants to
boogie down,
wants to vote on their favorite Republican that year. They don't like change. They don't like the updates from Windows 10. They don't like the new Snapchat app. But they are willing to invest in Bitcoin.
I don't understand you all.
We don't understand you, but we thank you for listening anyway. I guess that's a wrap, right? Should we give a few plugs up before we go?
Tell them where they can find your social posts.
You can find my social posts at 10ish Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow us there. I do social posts. I also do polls. I ask for suggestions on future top 10 lists. Me and others make fun of Brandon. It's a great little community at 10ish Pod.
Yeah.
You can also visit our brand spankin' new website, emphasis on the spankin', at 10ishpod.com, and there you can find all kinds of merch. You can find our entire episode catalog in one easy location, and all kinds of stuff. That's 10ishpod.com. And next week, we are going to be back with a whole new top 10ish list that Brandon will have.
That's right. More Star Wars. It's not more Star Wars.
Give us something Maury related. I want to talk Maury.
If I can, I will. I love the challenge. Take it as a challenge.
I guess that's it. Brandon, thank you for your time today, sir, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
We'd like to thank Kevin MacLeod for his song Hackbeat, which we found on Incompetech.com for the official 10ish podcast theme.